Runners, listen up. This video is for you. Top 5 exercises if you're dealing with Achilles tendonitis or Achilles pain. First 2 exercises we're going to cover are going to be strength-based movements. You need to be strong in 2 rep ranges, a 3 to 6 rep range and then a 12 to 20 rep range. So when we do our calf raises, we're going to use these rep ranges to our advantage to prepare you for the impact that occurs during running. That 3 to 6 rep range builds that strength, that power that gives you the buffer zone against something happening to you in the first place. That 12 to 20 rep range is important for strength endurance to give you the ability to do this repetitiously and deal with the constant impact that involves with the running for the mileage that you would like to run for. And no, these aren't just body weight and 10-pound calf raises. You need to add significant load to challenge yourself in both of these rep ranges. You should not feel like you have more left in the tank when you get done with these 3 sets of 3 to 6 or 3 sets 12 to 20. Now the next 2 we're going to be talking about are plyometrics. This impact training is significantly important to build a healthy tendon that is going to be prepared for the amount of ground contacts that is involved with running. Now you might be asking yourself, I run all day long, I'm doing essentially a plyometric by running, why do I need to do more plyometrics? I'm already getting a lot of it with the volume of running that I'm doing. And you'd be correct, but only to a certain degree. You see, the reason why we do this is to build a buffer zone. So we're performing ground contacts that are actually more violent, more impactful than what you experience while you are running. If you can do these safely, that means when you go to running, all the ground contacts, all the impact, all the training, plyometrics that you're going to do from running are going to seem that much easier because you have that much higher level of a capability. So the 2 plyometrics are pogo hops and a U-shaped line hop. You can start on 2 feet to make this easy, and you can progress to 1 foot over time to make this harder. You can also use a band to provide us some assist if we're dealing with pain and we need to start at a sub body weight threshold with these plyometrics. When you're doing this, the key to this exercise is making sure your foot stays nice and flat. So I cue this to my clients as if you want your shoelaces to remain level. You don't want it sloping in, you don't want it sloping out. So you don't want to overpronate or you don't want to oversupinate or kind of turn into an ankle sprain position. You want to keep those shoelaces nice and level to have a nice foot with integrity. We don't want floppy feet flying around doing these plyometrics. We want feet that have integrity and can maintain integrity with a high amount of force at a high rate of force development. Furthermore, the feel I want you to have with this exercise is that of a bouncy ball versus a beach ball. Bouncy ball is very crisp hitting the ground. A beach ball is very trudgy and slow off the ground. We want that bouncy ball feeling to train the tendon for its highest capability and highest durability. Now the final movement is a simple split squat. Now this might just seem like a general strengthening exercise, but we're going to focus on what you're doing with the foot here. This is very useful for those individuals who have very high arches and need a bit of a more adaptable foot so they can experience better length through their Achilles. But having said that, it's always also very useful for somebody who has a flatter foot too, who tends to overpronate. We need to learn how to pronate well. So if we're doing the split squat, but we're having more of an Achilles foot focus of this activity, I would prefer you to do this barefoot than in shoes, because what I want you to feel and sense is the pressure going down through your foot. If you imagine the shoelaces of the foot, you want the pressure going right down straight through the center of your foot, right where you tie your shoelaces. Again, going back to the plyometric exercise where I said keep your shoelaces level, we don't want to see the shoelaces slope down and in or overpronate or slope down and out or end up in that ankle sprain position. We want to see that the shoelaces remain level. Again, imagining as if you had shoes on. Ideally, you're doing this barefoot. We want to keep that foot nice and parallel with the ground. And again, imagine you're pushing pressure down into the middle of the shoe, right where your shoelaces are tied, putting pressure down as if you're loading into a spring or loading down into a trampoline. That's the foot pressure you want to feel in that front leg as you load down towards that leg in the split squat, and then you're going to push up and away out of that split squat position. Now the cool thing that you'll notice as you go up and down, almost like an escalator, going down and forward towards the front foot and up and back away from that front foot, is you'll notice the changing shape of your foot. As you go down and forward towards that front foot, that's when pronation occurs. You're going to feel that loading of the spring analogy happen. As you push up and away, you should feel that arch kind of lift up and reestablish itself. Again, equal pressure through the whole entire foot. As you perform this exercise, this will help you a more adaptable foot, but for those who already have an adaptable mobile foot, this will help you develop control over top of that foot. All right, so there you have it. There's 5 exercises for those dealing with Achilles tendon issues, who want to remain more active, who want to keep an active lifestyle going. If you would like to learn how we program these exercises into a workout that fits your needs, whether that's a weekend warrior playing sports in rec leagues or going out for runs, training for marathons and 5Ks, we have a workout program for you, and you get access to me through an app to communicate with questions and get feedback on form and technique. Check out that workout program at sportsrehabexpert.com, and again, that's the 0 week links workout.